perfect time. Do it to stay here for your family. Do it so you don't become another tragic awareness statistic. Right now, first-time patients get a free heart scan valued at $599. Visit Lifeguard Imaging today. Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
My name is Drew. Pronounced with the O.
It's In Your Face with Drew Garabo.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This team is DTF, Jim.
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's Drew Garabo. Live.
Yeah, Insult National, underground thunder bounce when I stop the ground. Like a million elephants, a silverback orangutan. You can't stop a train. Who wants some? Don't come unprepared. I'll be there, but when I leave there, better be a household name. Weatherman telling us it ain't gonna rain. So now we sitting in a drop top soaking wet. In a silk suit, trying not to sweat. Hit somersaults without the net. But this be the year that we won't forget. 1999. Anything goes. We what you wanna be. Long as you know consequences are given for living defenses. Too hot to jump in jail. Too low to dig, I might just touch hell. Hot, get a life now they on sale. Then I might catch you a spell. Look at what came in the mail. I'm scared as some arm and hammer.
What up? Thank you to Setting Show for setting the table for us. Thanks to JP before that, Johnny B before that, and the Mike Calta Show for starting off the day and keeping them lights on. My name is Drew Garabo. He's Maurice.
Nah.
That almost sounded like you were going to make him say, I'm looking forward to watching the Rock Hall induction ceremonies. I did see some clips over the weekend. Awesome that Outkast was inducted. Awesome that they chose Donald Glover to induct them because he embodies that weird yet creative spirit that Outkast did.
Absolutely. Also Atlanta, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he had a show called Atlanta.
Yeah.
Tyler, the Creator, was incredible doing this song. If you haven't seen the clips, he went off and he was great. It's just so weird and unfortunate that Free Stacks won't rap. Big Boy performed with Janelle Monáe, and she was awful.
Oh, I thought you were going to say great. Really?
Terrible.
Okay.
It was a mess. Doja Cat was terrible. She forgot a lot of the words.
Really?
Yeah. Lost her place in, I think it was either So Fresh and So Clean or some other song. She lost her place. And
interesting.
Yeah, it was a mess. And look, I get it, Andre. You're into other pursuits now. I listened to a podcast with him and Rick Rubin, and it's fascinating how into different flutes and woodwind instruments he is, but he just has lost his desire to rap. And I almost think that if you're going to induct Outkast and they're not going to perform as Outkast, then you just have other people do Outkast songs. But it'd be tough to tell Big Boy, hey, you got to sit this one out.
Yeah.
You wrote these songs with Andre, but you can't be doing this. Friend of the show, Big Boy, by the way, and fellow Owl enthusiast.
Was 3 Stacks there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there. He gave an impassioned speech. He on stage, broke into tears in talking about the Dungeon family and Outkast's beginnings and living your dreams and all that. But he just he will not friggin' perform, and it absolutely sucks. You're inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame. Can't you just break us off a little Miss Jackson? Just a little bit of Rosa Parks, maybe just a tiny verse of Elevators.
Maybe he's lost it. I mean, maybe he's overcome. Sometimes some people, you've seen this in rock and roll, especially alternative rock, where an artist will just go, "I can't tour, I can't sing, I can't get up on stage anymore."
Yeah, he when he performs, he just plays the flute, and he travels the world finding unique indigenous flute instruments, and he's just in a different artistic space. I just think of that Key and Peele sketch where they meet in a coffee shop and Andre walks in and he's dressed as Peter Piper. And he's just it's very funny, but it's awesome that they were inducted.
Yes.
What's even better is seeing all the crusty white people in the online comments. How is that rock?
Oh, good Lord.
I thought it was the Rock Hall. That ain't rock.
Every year it's the same statement.
Get a life. What Jack White had to say about White Stripes and the story that he told about his brother, about the fake brother and sister relationship with Meg White, very touching, poetic, and interesting. And he got a shout out on stage from Andre 3000 as well.
Ass, but go ahead.
Let me give you some numbers. By the way, hi, Mom. Glad you're watching. Hope you're feeling better. And let me throw out some numbers that you can use to get in touch with these two dudes, these two dope boys in a Cadillac, if you will. 800-771-1025. If you would like to jump on into the Broccoli Bunch, that is what we call the group of fine people chatting into the YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and look for The Bone, look for Drew Garabo Show, look for our faces and talking and stuff. Jump on in there, say hey to everybody. And we got a good group of people in there already. I can't see the Island of Black Boys, but I can see some new people in there. Luna Seal or Luna C LLC. I see my man Demeets up in there. I see Mike. I see Pillow Pants. I see Jim Rat Steph as always. Florida Profit Hunter. I see Marine Rob, his Italian leather sofa, Corey Puckett. Shout out to everybody in there. Thanks a lot for supporting the show. Really appreciate you. During the 5 o'clock hour, we'll talk about the tragedy that occurred this past weekend in Ybor City. It is a very nuanced story. And I need to say first and foremost that the primary person who is responsible for those 4 deaths outside Bradley's on 7th is the scumbag who is street racing. Could the police have done more? Should the police have done more? Should 7th Avenue be closed on weekends? We'll discuss all of that a little bit later at 5 o'clock. I hate that I was right about the Patriots beating the Buccaneers, but I told you last week this is a very tough Patriots team, and they flat out outplayed the Buccaneers. They flat out got out coached. It was just all in all, we were in the game. It's not like we got blown out or anything. Right. But the Patriots are a better team. They were a better team yesterday, and a whole lot of massholes, unfortunately, left that building very happy, and that shouldn't happen. To the people upset over home fans selling their season tickets to opposing fans, you can't really be upset about that. You can if you want to, but you shouldn't. Season tickets are a serious investment. And a lot of times, whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, or football, you're going to try to recoup your season ticket investment by selling the biggest games. A lot of teams a lot of fans will sell their playoff tickets, and they'll make their money for the whole season that way. To me, there's no point in having season tickets if you're not going to go to the playoff games. Well, I mean, the regular season's fine, but if you're not going to attend the playoffs, why even go during the regular season? So, look, you got a ticket that you paid $125 for, and some chowderhead is willing to pay you $500 for it. Of course you sell it to them, knowing full well that they're going to be wearing their New England Tom Brady jersey and cheering for the wrong team in your home stadium. It just bees like that. It's a fact of life, and so be it. Did you know that there was beef between Cat Williams and Quentin Tarantino?
No, but it seems like Cat Williams got beef with everybody, so it doesn't surprise me.
I like Cat because he speaks his mind.
Yeah, I love him.
And he shares an opinion about Quentin Tarantino that I have been wondering for years, which is who gave him the hood pass to use the N-word so gratuitously? And someone is interviewing Cat Williams, looks like outside a comedy show or something. And here's what. I like Cat. I love Quentin Tarantino's work. I don't necessarily love him as a person, but some very interesting remarks from Cat Williams.
When I see Quentin Tarantino, I'm going to take this fist and I'm going to put it right in his mouth where he say Really? Really. Quentin Tarantino think he can say the N-word, but I checked with all of and nobody knows where he got his pass from. I hope he didn't get it from Samuel L. Jackson and Jamie Foxx, because they not going to help you when I see you.
Ah, okay, all right.
I'm saying that's disrespectful. I don't call Spanish people because it's disrespectful. Who would do that, let alone do it 186 times in a movie for profit? Like, for real? And put it out on Jesus' birthday? Really? You better unchain Django. I'm trying to figure out how you had a silent letter before could read. Listen to what I just said. How could you have a silent letter before black people could read?
How could you have a silent letter before?
He says my name is Django. The J is silent.
The D is silent. Django, yeah.
You're not even supposed to be able to.
That's some profound stuff you're talking about right now. You're making me think, Cat Williams.
Oh, yeah, he's one of the great minds of our time.
All they want. My IQ is 163, and I get tested every 6 months. I won the...
just so you know, Kat, IQ is not an STD. You don't need to get tested every 6 months.
You got to make sure you're keeping it sharp, Drew.
I don't know that your IQ is necessarily going to change.
Optimist Club's National Oratory Award for Adults.
And by the way, that just to me means that he's going to Cracker Barrel once a month or once every 6 months and playing the little peg game. Not the fun peg game that's played in the bedroom, but the one that tells you you're an egg, nor, aim, oos. I don't think it says that anymore, though. I think I've heard that they've, since they rebranded, they've switched up the peg game a little bit. Today, I learned that the movie Big was filmed at a theme park that I grew up going to. And I didn't know that. Even last week when we spoke to Captain Phillips and we were talking about Tom Hanks movies, we mentioned Big. I completely either forgot or did not know that they filmed the fortune teller scene at Rye Playland in Westchester County in New York. I grew up going to Rye Playland because it was about 20 minutes from my grandparents' place in Larchmont, New York, and sometimes they didn't feel like schlepping us all the way to the Bronx Zoo and going to the Bronx. Sometimes they didn't feel like schlepping us all the way to Astroland in Coney Island. They wanted to go to the amusement park right up the road a little bit. And, man, I got to tell you, phenomenal theme park. I'll never forget they had the Mousetrap roller coaster where the cars were like little mice and they would go all over the place. It was a great, great theme park to go to growing up. And the only reason I know about this is because a 19-year-old New Jersey knucklehead snuck into Rye Playland on a stolen boat and trashed the place with his buddies on Saturday night, which sucks. Absolutely sucks. But hopefully they left the little fortune teller alone so that Tom Hanks can get back into his own body instead of getting into a little kid's body. Not in the way that people think Tom Hanks wants to get into a little kid. 800-771-1025. Another piece of news from the weekend, and I don't know if you had this one in the Mo Better Mo, so if you did, we'll recover this or cover it again at 6.
Yeah.
This story, there's so much wrong here. Let's say you live in the Palm Harbor area, right? And it's approaching midnight and you're hungry. Your options, if you want pizza, are limited.
Damn, I know where you're going.
Like, You could probably get Domino's up until, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning, maybe?
I don't even know if Domino's is delivering like they're doing that like that anymore.
Me either.
Especially in Palm Harbor.
But we just got to put this young lady on blast. I don't think that 21-year-old Yasmin Arazo of Holiday is a listener. But just in case you are, senorita, this young lady has made questionable life choices aplenty. Number one, she's driving a Kia Forte.
It's unfortunate.
Number two, she's eating too late at night, okay? I'm not here to police your caloric intake. I'm here to say that if you want to keep a reasonable weight, you should do what many do, including myself, and have your last meal before 7 p.m. with no snacking afterwards, okay? So then let's suppose you do get a bit peckish and you'd like a snack. There's got to be something better for you than Little Caesars. I don't care how appealing that crazy bread is. At 11:52 p.m., Yasmin Arazo was going 107 miles per hour on US 19 to get to Little Caesars before they closed. They ought to lock this bitch in jail for the rest of her life.
Can I come at it from a different angle,
by all means.
A, when the craving hits, the craving hits. B, I'd like to stand up a little bit for Little Caesars. It's not the best pizza, but it's not the worst. Certainly at midnight when there's nothing else open, it tastes like the best pizza you ever had. And thirdly, life gets in the way, Drew, and you look up and it's 11:40 and you go, damn it, I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Well, that's when you fall asleep and you vow to eat a big breakfast the next day.
Yeah, I guess you could do that too.
For Christ's sake, Little Caesars is among the worst. Hungry Howie's is better than Little Caesars. Okay? And I don't think Little Caesars delivers because I remember I went through a Little Caesars phase in my life where I was on a budget, not balling on a budget, just on a budget, and you'd go to pick it up and they would have the pizza, you know, like that giant long bag big enough to hold 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
There's not a single person on the planet, all due respect to John Senning's home state of Michigan, there's not a single person on the planet who goes, damn, Little Caesars pizza is my favorite pizza. Not one.
Oh, they had that $5 holla, though. You have kids, let me tell you something. That came in handy.
Sure. You can either eat inexpensive pizza or good pizza. There ain't a single pizza on the planet that checks both boxes. There's passable pizza. I find Hungry Howie's to be quite passable.
Yeah.
Much like a trans person with a very unpronounced Adam's apple and not so thick bulge in their pants. Passable. And you can get it into your mouth. Little Caesars ain't no good for nobody. Hungry Howie's, you could at least get a flavored crust to distract you from the, no offense to the Hungry Howie folks, shall we say, not top of the line mozzarella. So many bad effing choices that I'd be okay with this. You know what they did with Australia way back before it was inhabited? They would send the prisoners from Great Britain to Australia as a penal colony. I don't know where we ought to send this lady, but it ain't in Central Florida, it ain't in South Florida, it ain't in this state. Because if you're going 107 miles per hour in a Kia on 19 so you can get to Little Caesars before they close, I can look at that snapshot and go, you suck at life.
Yeah. It's hard to make a case for. Sorry, Yasmin. I tried.
800-771-1025 is our number. And finally, a phenomenal night at Janice Live. Thanks to everybody who said, hey, Article Sound System was great. Bikini Trill was spectacular. I had an exchange with a lady that I would like to share with you because it highlights my wrong sense of humor and the fact that sometimes I don't take the time to really contemplate how something is going to be interpreted. If I think it's funny, I'm going to say it. That is a fault of mine. It is not anything I brag about. It is a severe fault of mine in that if I find it funny, it's going to come out of my mouth. And this was one of those times. We're up in a suite. Shout out to my friend Matt, who got a suite for the show. A lot of really super cool people in the suite. My buddy Stevie, who was also there. There were a couple of young ladies in there. And I was with Sarah and her daughter, Julia, which, by the way, I thought we were leaving at like 10:45 at night. And I thought, okay, we're leaving before things get really crazy in downtown St. Pete. Oh, no, downtown St. Pete with a 13-year-old girl, a jungle. I was literally walking, like shielding her. I'm just like, it was insanity down there. It was First Friday.
Yeah, well, there you go, too.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
Just mayhem.
We kind of got a little taste of that with the Halloween takeover because, I was out at 10, and I was like, wow.
Craziness.
Yeah.
And your perspective changes when you're with a 13-year-old girl.
Sure.
Like, if there's no preteen there, then you're just like, we're all in it. Woo!
Yeah.
You got a teenage girl that's your girlfriend's daughter. You're like, So we're up in the suite, and there are a couple young ladies we just met, and they're talking to Sarah about zodiac signs and dating and whatnot, and people can sense that Sarah is my girlfriend is a very compassionate soul. You can go to her for solace, for comfort. They tend to share a lot of stuff with her. She's just got that great kind of presence. And this young lady goes, guys these days are so misogynistic. And without me missing a beat, I go, wow. And she said, oh, you disagree? I go, no. I'm just surprised such a pretty lady knows such a big word.
I see what you did there.
Thanks. She did not. And I excused myself from the situation immediately. Horrible thing to say. Wrong thing to say.
Satire is a lost art, Drew.
Thank you. Facetious isn't just a Mexican dish that they serve at Chili's for two. All right. We're locked and loaded. We're ready to go. 800-771-1025 is our number. Mike O gave us a ton of prizes to give away this weekend. We'll give them the great phone calls today. Later in the week, we devise some games for to give away. But today, just great phone calls. You want to contribute something. You want to take us in a different direction. That's totally fine. But when we come back, I found out something about Maurice.
Oh, man.
And a text that you sent to a coworker of ours this morning that I need to address because there's a great deal of chagrin and frustration on my part, Maurice.
Okay.
It's next.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Interstate volume is building on both sides of the bay, but everything is still moving. However, in Hillsborough, a disabled vehicle northbound on I-75 at Bruce B. Downs has been taking up the left lane, and there's an accident blocking the shoulder southbound on I-75 at Dodger King. Over in Oldsboro, a wreck has been blocking the left lane eastbound on Tampa Road at Racetrack. This is Jim with traffic.
HCA Florida Apollo Beach emergency near the intersection of Mira Bay Boulevard and U.S. Highway 41 North is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida South Shore Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit FenceOutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Sail into huge savings during Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday sale. Starting now, get 50% off all cruises. Plus, enjoy our free at sea package with unlimited premium beverages, world-class specialty dining, and much more, all included with your cruise. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
You're invited to the Dick's House of Sport 1-year anniversary celebration from Saturday to Sunday, November 15th to the 16th. Join us for family fun, giveaways, and more for the weekend. Plus, a baseball clinic on Sunday, November 16th from 12 to 3 p.m. And while you're there, climb the rock wall, swing in our golf simulators, test your skills on the field, and score fall's hottest new arrivals. A weekend of fun awaits at International Plaza. Visit Dix.com/House of Sport to find your store for details.
The biggest and final store-wide sale of the year at International Diamond Center is coming next weekend, November 21st through 23rd. 3 days of unprecedented savings, up to 40% off at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Unapproved credit.
Here's the deal. Your AC might not be the only problem. Leaky, outdated, or clogged ductwork is costing you comfort and money. That's why Superheat and Air and Plumbing looks at the whole picture. They replace old systems, clean your ducts with RotoBrush Tech, sanitize them with BioFresh fogging, and even re-engineer your duct system for balanced airflow. Right now, get $1,500 off a new duct system with 0 down and 0% APR for 18 months on new HVAC installs. Local, honest, and fast. Superheat and Air and Plumbing, get it done right. Give them a call today at 813-618-5818 or find them online at superheatandair.com. And we know when it comes to AC, there's a lot of companies to look at, but trust the people that I trust to come in my home and have for the last 10 years. Superheat and Air and Plumbing. Find them online at superheatandair.com or give them a call anytime at 813-618-5818. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for emergencies. It's Superheat and Air and Plumbing. Tell Mike Calta sent you.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
If you lost power last year during Helene or Milton, you remember the heat, the frustration, and the fear of being in the dark. At Generex, we help you stay powered with whole home Generac generators. Visit GenerexGenerators.com or call to schedule your free estimate today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes. and rebuild lives.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is back in Tampa for 2 spectacular shows on Sunday, December 14th at Benchmark International Arena. TSO is fighting inflation this year, offering their lowest ticket price in years at $55, including fees, for a limited time only. Get yours now at Ticketmaster.com.
Accidents happen in a second. Take a second to call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Clear and cold tonight. Record-breaking cold in many spots, down to 39 degrees in town, even colder inland. Lots of sunshine coming up on Tuesday, still bright and chilly with a high temperature of only 60 degrees.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
This Friday, Fran Hosch Law Group puts on their annual Feast Pantry food drive, and we'll be there broadcasting live. So come on by the law offices of Fran Hosch in beautiful Palm Harbor, Florida. Be perched up on the second floor, as always, and looking forward to seeing you there. Non-perishable food items to help Feast Food Pantry. Thank you so much. I believe they get underway around noon or so. And just another thing that Fran Hosch does for this community. Now, Maurice.
Yes, sir.
Did you send engineer Mike Cernak?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, who the hell did I text?
A text this morning about your password for your email expiring.
Yes, I did.
Maurice, do you receive the notification starting at about 9 days out that say your password is due to expire in 9 days?
Probably. I think I get more, probably.
Your network password will expire in 9 days. Failure to change your password before it expires will result in your account being inaccessible, and it could take days before access to your account is restored.
Oh, I got to be honest with you. I never read that far in. I don't even open the email. I just see your password will expire in, and I hit delete.
They would probably be best served telling us that your password will expire in an hour.
Yes.
Because people like you and me, we get that email that says 9 days and go, psh, 9 days? Like, what's that, a month away?
What are you bugging me now for?
Exactly. Like,
I'm a busy man.
Yeah, tell me when March comes, because that seems like that's 9 days away. What am I supposed to do now? And then the next day when you get your password will expire in 8 days, you go, psh, 8 days? What, like, who even knows if that's going to, what's that, like 8 weeks or something? Forget it.
I always go, I heard you yesterday, bitch.
Yeah.
I can count.
I don't start getting concerned until it's like a Friday and it says your password is set to expire in 2 days.
Or one, and you're not going into the studio. And that's problematic.
And then you get the email on the day of that says your network password will expire in 0 days.
Did Cernak drop dime on me that I sent him a text? Little snitch bitch.
Well, I'll tell you how I came to acquire this information.
Oh. Then I apologize, Cernak.
Well, you don't need to yet.
Oh.
You may not need to at all. Because the reason I know this information, Maurice, is because Mr. Mike Cernak, one of my favorite engineers I've ever worked with. I love the dude.
Love him to death.
Like, very passionate about what he does here.
Very handsome man.
He's an awesome dude. He is a great guy. I love him to death. He's a friend and an engineer. And the reason I know that you made such an inquiry at 8:30 this morning is because as Mike Cernak walked by my office today, he stopped in, and I said, Mike. He said, yeah. I said, I'm sorry for texting you on a Sunday to see if you could change my password.
Oh, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, I did.
You interrupted the man on the Lord's Day, Drew.
The Lord's Day.
Woo!
The only reason I know that that you did that
Not on the Lord's Day.
is because I yesterday got the email that said your password is set to expire in 0 days.
We're the same exact creature.
And I was like, and I'm at home, so I'm not hardwired to the VPN.
No, you're
whatever that means.
You're SOL.
Right. So I send Mike a text. Let me see if I can get the exact verbiage. I'm the worst. I'm certain there are 10,000 things you'd rather do on a Sunday, but my password will expire today. Yes, I'm an idiot for not changing it earlier. If there's anything you could do today, that would be awesome. If not, no worries at all. I'll take care of it tomorrow. Username is blank. Password is blank. Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Listen to how similar we start off butt kissing and acknowledging that he is busy. If you have a minute in your ever busy Monday, my password has expired, but I'd rather keep what I'd have to avoid all other updates. Are you able to update and keep the same? Thank you and good morning, sir.
I wish you had known that I sent him the day before, because then you could have said, at least I didn't text you on a Sunday.
Oh, I would have used that too.
So it's even worse because I thanked Mike for fixing it for me, because when I got to work today, my password worked. He said, oh, I didn't do anything. I said, wait, what? He said, no, I was at the tailgate working all day. I'm like, oh yeah. Wow. And so I don't know why my password didn't expire yesterday and I was able to access my email today, but I did it. And when I apologized profusely, I said, I'm really sorry. It was a dick move. I tried to be better than that. I'm not a diva. And he goes, oh, that's all right. I got another text to do the same thing at 8:30 this morning. You know from whom? I was like, He said, Maurice.
Now, in my defense, Cernak used to have the ability to retain the same password. Yep. And all I was trying to do was circumvent having to go through into 5-6 other friggin' company-related apps and change my password. I could do it on my own. I had no problem doing that, but I don't have the skills to retain the same. But no, he can no longer apparently do that.
No, he can't.
I came in and changed it.
We both suck. And my fake consternation at your situation only reflects my own diva-like tendencies to text an engineer on a Sunday. Football Sunday.
Oh, come on, man.
The Lord's Day.
You ought to be ashamed.
I am. Drew Garabo Live. Hello, who are you?
Hi, Drew. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, thanks for making that call. What's your name?
It is Peter.
Hey, Peter.
And I just want
What's
you
happening?
and I both have a connection to Larchmont.
Oh.
My wife's family is from New Rochelle. We go to Larchmont all the time, to the Larchmont Shore Club.
Sure.
But then you were talking about Rye Playland. I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah.
Rye Playland, Mariah Carey filmed her video, Fantasy, there.
Oh.
She was roller skating along the boardwalk. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm somewhat familiar with the video, having not seen it in a long time. I did not know that they filmed it. Wow, what a famous place. Do you know if anything other than the movie Big and the Mariah Carey video were filmed there? That's amazing.
Yeah. So if you look at the video, you'll see her skating, and it'll all come back. I have an aunt who lives a few blocks away in some condos right on the water there.
I'll be damned.
But also, I want to comment on. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said I'll be damned. That's all.
All right. I also want to comment on the game yesterday.
Yep.
There were definitely more Patriot fans there. So in addition to winning the game on the field, we also got the best luxury box, the most famous, between Robert Kraft, Dave Portnoy, and his beautiful young girlfriend.
Yeah, I definitely saw Portnoy up in there. The camera does add 100 pounds, and that dude's been doing pizza reviews for a while now. Not very good for the physique. But very, very famous people up in there. For sure. Looked like an absolute blast. And did you, you know Boston Post Road that runs through Larchmont?
Oh, yeah, the one where Lucy went riding with her lawnmower down. Remember that scene from the I Love Lucy show?
No, I do not. But thank you very much for your phone call. 800-771-1025. That's where my grandparents live, 2221 Boston Post Road.
Whenever someone says New Rochelle, it just takes me back because I was a huge fan of the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the only place I know that reference from. He lived in New Rochelle.
He did.
Yeah.
Yep, him and Laura slept in separate beds because at the time you couldn't show a married couple sleeping in the same bed on television. Yeah. What a crazy world.
She was fine, too.
Dude.
Come on, man.
I mean, Mary Tyler Moore as Laura Petrie.
Right.
one of the most beautiful, the most beautiful sitcom wife or mom that there was.
Vastly different from the Mary Tyler Moore of the Mary Tyler Moore show, where she looked like a mother as opposed to a hot wife.
Dude, there was something about that hairstyle.
The bob, I think maybe.
The bob,
yeah.
the tight-fitting clothing
the capri pants.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And she was funny, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And could dance. You know, had white girl hips, but she knew how to move them. They didn't lie.
Dude, that show, Maury Amsterdam, Rosemary.
Oh, one of the...
hilarious.
Yes, one of the best sitcoms ever created.
Oh, what was the name of the show that he worked on?
Was Alan Brady.
Alan Brady.
Alan Brady, yeah.
So good. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
Yo, so the writer of Big, he also wrote the movie Dave.
Are you serious?
I don't know if you got...
I did not know that, and I love both of those movies. The movie Dave with Kevin Kline is one of the greatest comedies ever made.
He then directed the movie Seabiscuit.
Didn't see
and
that.
And then he directed and created the look of the Hunger Games. He did the first Hunger Games.
Oh.
And then he did a movie called Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey, which I did with him. But he created a production company you see a lot now called STX. His name is Gary Ross. He's a bigwig, but he's very talented. He made a lot of money off writing those movies.
Wait, hold on. The director of the movie Big was Penny Marshall.
He didn't direct Big. He wrote it.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Steve.
He wrote Dave as well, and then he started directing.
Dude, that movie Dave, if you have not seen it, have you seen Dave?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
Hail to the chief. He's the one we all say hail to. What a brilliant comedy. Kevin Kline plays the president of the United States of America, has a medical emergency, is legally dead, but the shadow people behind the president can't handle him being out of office, so they find a lookalike, also played by Kevin Kline, to play the part of the president. And Sigourney Weaver, his wife, figures it out while he's in the shower because they have different sized penises. And hilarity ensues.
Speaking of hilarity, it's Charles Grodin that brings a lot of it. A lot of it.
Him, Ving Rhames as the bodyguard.
Yeah.
That is a quality-ass film. If you're in IT and you deal with people like Maurice and me, we're sorry. I can't imagine the thankless job of being an engineer here. Like, if everything goes well, you get no love. Like, you do your job, we stay on the air, right? It's only when something goes wrong in here equipment-wise, infrequent, when the talent does something to sabotage the equipment in here unintentionally, not so infrequent, or some jagoffs forget or ignore the warning to change your email. I would like to open the phone lines to those of you who work in IT, engineering, etc., and you've got people like us that you want to go off on. 800-771-1025. Cernak's so damn nice about it, too. Like, I would never in a million years text Dylan, the engineer. Like, I would text him, but, like, about mutual interests that we have. Old school dance music.
Sure.
Rick West of Chris Craze, etc. The dance music, the breaks of Tampa and Orlando. We talk a lot about that. He is a Star Wars enthusiast. He's a charity enthusiast. He loves German Shepherds. There are a lot of things I could text Dylan on and have. If I can't get into my email, even if I think I've got an email from the president of the company that is vital to my employment here, I'm just going to deal with my email being shut down before I email Dylan because I ain't going to I would never text him on a Sunday. I'm sorry to Mike Cernak. I shouldn't have texted you in the first place.
That was low class, Drew.
Just I figured he might be at the tailgate, and like I figured like he might be eating some delicious brisket shop food.
You don't text anybody on a Sunday. Anybody, man.
I got the warning, and I Just thought, man, what if I'm not able to get my email open tomorrow?
I got to be honest with you. If I wasn't so angry at why we have to change this freaking thing every 30 days and that it's got to be a 20-character friggin' password because some a-hole didn't know how to not get hacked, I might be more not so reticent to do it.
I know, but we still get the emails that warn us that in 9 days our password's going to expire. There's got to be a better way. Protect us from ourselves. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How may I help you?
What's up, Drew? What's up, Mo? How's it going, guys?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing well in I guess, the Arctic state of Florida right now.
Well, yeah, not quite Arctic, but we're getting there. It's going to be chilly. By the way, the castle is open tonight. It is Old Wave night in Ybor City, a great crisp night to go enjoy some old wave music. A lot of people from way back in the day are going to be there. I can't friggin' wait. And VIP tickets are on sale until 6 p.m. Go ahead.
So I am an IT person of 24 years.
Oh, people like us have to be your worst nightmare, dude.
No, it's more of patience and understanding. At the same time, it's more of people. We come up with these acronyms of ID10T, which means idiot.
Okay, that's us.
And then the other one is PEPCAC, which means problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. PEPTAC. Oh, that's good. I've never heard that.
So, funny story is, before I started my big corporate career, uncle of mine had a rubber stamp company. And the small company that I worked for, the owner of the business told me, he said, hey, if you can stamp this PEPCAC on your receipt for doing the transaction for the company, I'll take you out for a free lunch or dinner and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So what happened was, this person couldn't get their internet working. They told me to come back, and whatever. And so I got there to the location, and they were trying to plug a USB cable into the Ethernet port.
Uh-oh.
And when they plugged it in, and I corrected the whole thing, the first thing that came up so I can check the internet was PRON. I will say it that way.
Oh, corn. Yes.
Yeah. So, but for the other aspect of it, it's fear mongering for IT and stuff like that, especially now that I'm in cyber. It's tough. But as far as the typical baseline education, it's tough. I get it. So,
anyway. I appreciate the fact that you're avoiding victim shaming here, but we're the victims and we should be shamed. Thank you. It's totally our fault. We get the emails that say change your password in 8 days, and we choose to ignore them. It's all our fault. And whether it's Maurice texting Mike at 8 o'clock in the morning or me on a Sunday, they have way more important stuff to deal with than what we put them through. So I'm sorry, Mike Cernak. Drew Garabo Live, hello.
Yo, it's Al. What's going on, man?
Hey, Al. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. I've been in IT for a while. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You guys think, go ahead and remember those passwords, man. But truly, the one thing that bugs me, man, is whenever you guys tell me, oh, I got a problem with my computer, and I look at your uptime and it's been up for 100+ days, and you're like, come on, just reboot the computer.
So
once a day, maybe once a week.
So you're telling me what I probably should already know, which is at the end of the day, I should be shutting my computer down, or at least every week I should be rebooting it?
On the flip side, the morning guys should be rebooting the computer too.
Yeah.
One of you guys should be doing it.
Yeah, damn it. Morning. Yeah. Well, they don't use the same studio.
Exactly. And then I'll give you a password tip. I've been using my favorite lyrics for music. So right now my password somewhere in the song is hidden in there because it's just been stuck in my head. So.
All right. Yeah, I should probably go to song lyrics because I think I'm out. I've been working for this company for 14 years, and I've had to change my password probably 1,400 times. I'm running out of ideas.
Yeah.
And now I have to write them down because something will hit me at the time where I'm like, snow peas and tofu. And I'll go, snow peas and
you'll
tofu
never
and
remember
immediately
that.
forget.
Yep.
And never, trust me, never change your password while high. You will think to yourself, I've got the most clever password and I'm never going to forget it. And then when you're not high, you won't be able to tap into high you and you'll forget that password completely.
I just put a number behind it. Blah, 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 1. Blah, 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 same thing, 2, 3, 4.
It lets you do that?
Yep. And by the time I get to 7, you can reset back to 1 because it's been long enough. So I never change the actual password. I just number how many times I've had to attempt to change it.
Okay. That's good information because I feel like I have to change mine every damn time.
I couldn't go through that. No.
800-771-1025. So to IT guys everywhere, we are sorry. We are part of the problem. And I thought it'd be really, really funny to bust Maurice's tomatoes over something.
I was like, what the hell did I do?
I only found out about it because I committed a way more egregious
that is funny
grievance. And Mike was able, well, he didn't help me out. I have no idea why I was still able to access my email today. All right. When we come back, the biggest story of the weekend, a tragedy in Ybor City. Again, the primary blame belongs to the idiot who is speed racing. No question about it. That is the primary blame. But are there other factors that should come into this? I believe there are, and we'll discuss them next.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone has your back throughout the hurricane season. Along with our severe weather partners at Fox 13, we have everything you need leading up to, during, and after any storm that threatens our Tampa Bay area. Visit theboneonline.com and head to our hurricane guide. Get emergency kit checklists, the latest storm tracks, and ways to help the community after the storm. It's your one-stop shop for hurricane season. We do a lot of dumb stuff here at The Bone, but when hurricanes threaten, we are here for you. Always. 102.5 The Bone Hurricane Guide, powered by Generex Generators. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
At last check in Oldsmar, accident activity eastbound on Tampa Road still had the left lane blocked at Racetrack. And there's a crash now along Sunset Point Road at Douglas Avenue, as well as one in St. Pete on 54th Avenue North near 66th Street. In Hillsborough, a disabled vehicle northbound on I-75 has been taking up the left lane at Bruce B. Downs. A high wind advisory remains in effect along the Skyway Bridge. This is Jim with traffic.
With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Get ready for 2026 with the right health coverage. Open enrollment period is here, and our Florida Blue agents are ready to help you find a plan that fits your family's needs and budget. Don't miss out. Call 1-866-531-8473 today. Open enrollment period ends January 15th. Call us today at 1-866-531-8473. Policies have limitations and exclusions.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And now during Chevy's Red Tag sales event, we say yes to 0% APR financing on 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500, Equinox, Equinox EV, and Trailblazer for well-qualified buyers. Come see why we're #1. Visit us on Adamwood Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota offers you a Black Friday exclusive 2-year financing. You can buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota. They have exquisite workmanship. They're reliable and dependable. Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota. Superior products, exceptional service. bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
At Jersey College, we know how to give you the support you need to be successful in your nursing career, like we did for Tom.
Re-entering school, I wasn't sure about anything. Instructors went above and beyond, and with nursing, there's no shortage of places to work. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be in terms of how rewarding it can be when you help someone out.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Your brain holds all the pathways to memories, to dreams, the very essence of your human spirit. At Advent Health Brain and Spine Institute, our experts protect those pathways. With state-of-the-art technology and groundbreaking treatments, we care for the most complex neurological conditions. So you can keep moving, keep dreaming, keep being your whole self. Visit thebrainandspineexperts.com.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
It's the Hard Rock Bet, now offering insurance. Bet the Week 11 games with injury insurance. If the player you bet on exits the game in the first half due to injury, you'll get your bet back as a bonus bet. You can bet on all the NFL games, the NBA games, and, of course, college football. All you need to do is get the app, Hard Rock Bet. Download it on your phone or simply go to hardrock.bet. One Hard Rock player last week turned a dollar parlay into a $220,000 win. Get on the Hard Rock Bet right now and start making some cash. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 833-PLAY-WISE.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty. That the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Black Friday starts now at Crown Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 600 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 24 months lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 to a Sonic plus dealer fee and electronic bonding fee expires 11/30/25.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible using the latest technology. Our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage Dental's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental now for that confident smile that lasts a lifetime. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation, centered on care. Call 800-313-9966. 800-313-9966. That's 800-313-9966.
The biggest and final store-wide sale of the year at International Diamond Center is coming next weekend, November 21st through 23rd. 3 days of unprecedented savings, up to 40% off. Eternity bands, hoops, pendants, bracelets, even ready-to-wear engagement rings. Save up to 40% or get 3 years zero-interest financing. This is the event you wait all year for. Colored gemstone and designer fashion jewelry is included. Best prices all year. It's November 21st through 23rd at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Unapproved credit.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it? For less than $5 a day, only $125 a month, Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And Get ready for the workday.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Before we dive into the nuts and bolts of the horrific accident that occurred this weekend in Ybor City, it's most important, I believe, to honor the deceased. Marlon Anthony Collins, 54, of Bartow, Florida. Sherman Jones, 53, of Tampa, Florida. Sherelle Jones, 41, of Winter Haven, Florida. And Christina Maria Richards, age 25, of Ohio, were outside Bradley's on 7th. If you've been to Bradley's, which many of us have, I've been multiple times. Cool environment, very inclusive. Don't have to be gay to go there. I found myself, it doesn't really matter that it was a gay bar, but for some reason, every news outlet, locally and nationally, felt the need to say that it happened at a gay bar.
Yeah, odd.
Yeah, right? Like, it gives the appearance that there might be some semblance of a hate crime, when in actuality, it was just a street racer chased by the cops. I don't think that there's even the possibility that this was premeditated. And what does it really matter what the sexuality of the bar was when there are 4 people killed? Does it help paint a more vivid picture? I don't know. It shouldn't matter at all that it was a gay bar, but every news outlet seemed to run with it, so okay. If you've been there before, it's right on 7th. Busy foot traffic, busy road traffic, unfortunately. And there's a little outdoor area where people can congregate and do congregate.
Sure.
And that's where these 4 people were congregating, unfortunately, when a 2019 Toyota Camry slammed into them, killing 4 and injuring more. Now, how much of this is on the cops for chasing Silas, Sampson, age 22? You can feel free to weigh in with your opinion. They got a report that this dude was racing someone on Hillsborough Avenue. That, I believe, was the first touch point where they knew that they had a street racer in Tampa Bay late at night on a Friday night / Saturday morning. So at 12:39 a.m., a TPD helicopter spots the 2019 Camry driving south on I-275 near Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, right by the Hard Rock. The Camry was observed driving in a reckless and erratic manner, exits the interstate onto Doyle Carlton Drive, turns east on Palm, and starts heading towards Nebraska. You know where that is. It's near the Armature Works area, near Eulalie. Could have just dipped into Eulalie, had some delicious char-grilled oysters, and called it a night. But instead, I guess they were closed. Instead, he's hauling ass towards Nebraska. Helicopter crew alerts TPD and FHP, saying that the Camry was street racing on the highway. 12:45 a.m., the Camry passes two marked FHP vehicles and a marked TPD vehicle driving in the opposite direction on Nebraska. All three vehicles turn around and follow the dude who is headed south. At least one of the FHP troopers, but not the TPD officer, turned on their lights and sirens in an attempt to stop the Camry. At 12:45 and 15 seconds, the camera veers into the turn lane at the intersection of Nebraska and 7th. For those of you who don't know, 7th Avenue is the main road that cuts through Ybor City. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I am wrong, several years ago, they kept 7th Avenue closed to automobile traffic on the weekends.
Yeah.
I don't know why they decided to change that. I don't know who decided to change that. If it was then Tampa Police Chief, now Mayor Jane Castor, I don't know who made that decision. In retrospect, in hindsight, which is often 2020, I would say that was a bad decision. There shouldn't be cars driving down 7th Avenue on the weekend. Obviously, in the heart of Ybor City, you can open it up down that way and down that way, but like from the Columbia down past Bradley's, 7th Avenue should be closed to vehicle traffic on the weekends. Just make it a street party environment. Let people carry their drinks out in the streets. Treat them like adults, right? Why did it go wrong? Why did they change that? I have no idea. I'd love if someone has insight at 800-771-1025. Because at 12:45 and 15 seconds, this scumbag, this street racing scumbag, veers into the turn lane at Nebraska and 7th, about 2 blocks west of the Ybor City Gateway at Nuccio Parkway, right where you see the big sign that says Central Ybor, etc.
Yeah.
10 seconds later, FHP Trooper A. Carrasco, lights and sirens activated, begins to pursue the Camry eastbound on 7th Avenue. It is very easy for those of us who are not in law enforcement to Monday morning quarterback this thing, to armchair quarterback this thing. We can look at it after the fact because there were 4 fatalities and a bunch more casualties and say something went wrong. It's easy for us to do now. At the time, it's not so easy, and that officer had to make a judgment call. Was it the right call to attempt a pit maneuver a block or two from a very crowded 7th Avenue in Ybor City? I don't know the answer to that. Had the pit maneuver been successful, it's absolutely the right move because you probably saved lives. It's a Hail Mary situation.
Yeah.
If you pull it off, you're a hero. If you don't, you might be culpable for civilian deaths. And indeed, unfortunately, the trooper was unsuccessful at his pit maneuver. And if you never watch Cops or Live PD, a pit maneuver is basically, what does it stand for? Stand for something. But basically it means the cop car hits the fleeing vehicle in the rear, tries to spin him around, and then pin him in. When it's pulled off, it's badass.
It is.
It looks really super cool when they can pull it off and not kill somebody. But in this situation, he hits the rear of the vehicle. This dude in the Camry manages to correct out of the skid and continues in the direction of Nuccio Parkway.
By the way, it's precision immobilization technique.
Sounds right. Thank you. 15 seconds later, the trooper ends the pursuit at the gateway of 7th Avenue in Ybor City due to heavy pedestrian traffic further ahead on 7th Avenue. Was that too late? Yeah, that's too late to call off the chase.
Yeah.
But what do? Do you just let this guy flee You could say, oh, well, we got the license number. Do you know it's his car? So they end the pursuit. They lose sight of the Camry as it's heading down 7th Avenue in the heart of Ybor City. Intersection of 7th Ave and 15th Street. Unfortunately, a Jeep traveling the other way turns left right in front of the Camry, causing the Camry to enter the opposing westbound lane of traffic, struck a car, and then drove up onto the sidewalk right in front of the Copper Shaker. Security camera video from the bar shows the car colliding with multiple people on the sidewalk. Don't watch it. It is not fun to watch.
No.
The suspect, according to court documents, suspect's vehicle struck several pedestrians walking along the sidewalk and hurled their bodies in the direction of an outdoor seating area at Bradley's, right next to the Copper Shaker. Security camera footage from Bradley's shows the car hitting about a dozen people sitting on the patio. 2 individuals fly through the air. 1 individual hit the ceiling of Bradley's outdoor seating area, and the other colliding with the exterior wall of Bradley's on the far side of the outdoor seating area. Footage from Bradley's shows Sampson exiting the Camry. 2 TPD officers responded within seconds, trying to detain him. The driver was accused of attempting to flee the area and was arrested. A gun fell out of his waistband during the arrest. While in custody, Sampson made spontaneous statements, including admitting that he made a mistake, asking how many people he killed, and saying, just get me to the jail so he could go and sit for a few months. He showed multiple indicators of potential impairment: odor of alcohol, unsteadiness, slurred speech, bloodshot, watery eyes, refused to voluntarily provide a blood sample. They got one about 3:30 a.m. and they're analyzing it. 4 people died, 13 injured. Sampson was charged with 4 felony counts of vehicular homicide, 4 felony counts of aggravated fleeing with serious bodily injury. His life is over. This young man, all of 22 years old, his life is over because of a dumb-ass decision to street race and flee from the cops. Yeah. Drew Garabo Live, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is, I'm a retired cop here locally. I was going to give some insight on that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Thank you. I don't mind one bit. I'd love that. Thank you very much.
The first thing, you're right. Everybody wants to jump on law enforcement. And part of this, I agree. It should have probably been terminated a little bit outside of that after the pit maneuver failed and there wasn't any other known felony charges. The first thing people want to say is, oh, they got their tag, they have the information. Well, that's ridiculous because most people they're chasing don't own those cars, don't have licenses, not registered to them, and they don't know what this person's actually fleeing from. So it makes it a catch-22.
Sure.
In that instance, as it goes to Ybor with the air service on, I'm not really sure why they didn't let them bed down. Wasn't there. It's a hard call. Now we get to see the aftermath and how it was judged. Regarding the street closure, I can only add this piece. This has been studied in a lot of cities where they allow these large groups to congregate. What's happening in Ybor is there's so many people, it not only becomes a criminal problem, it becomes a counterterrorism problem because you have to stop it with an insane amount of law enforcement. That's why these special events like Gasparilla, there's thousands and thousands of hours and man hours put into these events. It's seemingly impossible, but restricting them to the sidewalks and the traffic flow does direct people to stay on the sidewalks and condenses the crowd down a little bit. So that was one of the factors.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's almost like you said, a catch-22, where if you shut it down, then you've got mass rampant drunkenness, lewdness, violence, etc. But if you don't, then you run the risk of something like this happening, albeit it doesn't happen very frequently.
Right. You look at Orlando, they're dealing with, that's where you're from, I know, that's what they're dealing with right now. It's chaos over there.
Dude, it is. Cities. I grew up in Orlando, and I will tell you, I do not go, when I'm with my friends in downtown Orlando now, I do not go downtown. It has turned into a freaking zoo and a war zone, and it never used to be like that. I think society has changed, and unfortunately, having so many people on the streets is bad news for Orlando for sure, and probably would be the same thing for Ybor.
Absolutely. You got a young crowd. There's no control. You've seen the last few shootings down there have been juveniles. You're not going to stop that totally, but you can slow it down by numbers of police presence. And people don't necessarily want the police heavy presence because they have to
Bad for
make
business.
proactive arrests. And so it's a security nightmare. And then the chase, like I said, everybody's got their opinion, mostly uneducated and experienced in that. There's some things that maybe could have been done differently. I personally think, I know Tampa PD, Hillsborough has pretty much a non-existent pursuit policy.
Yeah.
TPD probably shut it off. I think FHP operates on their own at that time. But
right on.
I don't know.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the call and congrats on getting out of a very difficult career intact, my man. That's a win for you.
Yeah.
Again, it's very, very easy for us on a Monday morning to look at it and go, 4 fatalities. Yes, the scumbag who is street racing is responsible for those deaths. But should something different have been done? Do you attempt a pit maneuver 2 blocks from a very crowded, like if you're going to attempt it, you better hit it.
Yeah.
And if you miss the pit, bad things are going to happen, and they did. And if you miss the television show, The Pit, bad things are going to happen because it's an intense medical drama, and Noah Wiley's brilliant.
I'm on it.
Drew Garabo Live, hello. Hello? Hello? Okie dokie. 800-771-1025. Hi there, Drew Garabo Live. How may I help you today?
Hi.
Hi.
I was calling about this incident. I've always wondered how many of these people who run from the police actually get away.
Very few, I would imagine. But if you're this kid, right, and you've already been pulled over like a month or so ago, a couple of months ago for street racing, etc., you don't want to go back to jail, etc., you're probably going to give it a shot. It's probably worth a shot because if they catch you, you're going to go to jail anyway, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. My dad always said you may be able to outrun them, the police, but you'll never outrun the radio. So they're always going to know where you're at. And as far as pit maneuvers, I've never seen a pit maneuver done like in a crowded area. I've always seen it done on a highway. Once traffic clears, then they get them. But I've never seen it done like in a congested area.
Well,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, to be fair, the pit maneuver was attempted 2 blocks from a very crowded area.
Yeah, it wasn't in
Yeah,
before.
like where they tried it, it wasn't congested, but they had to know that just a couple of blocks away from there, and probably they thought, man, we better pit this guy or he's going to plow right through downtown Ybor on 7th Avenue. But, again, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Right.
I hate calling cops into question because they have a very difficult job, but man,
but they're fallible as well.
Yeah,
and their judgment is fallible as well.
And when you're in that stressful situation, you got a guy going 100 miles per hour down 275. You don't have the luxury of sitting back and going, okay, well, if we try a pit maneuver here, it's not the best time and place, etc. Police chases in general, like. You're risking civilian lives to catch a street racer?
The danger can be, and I'm not ascribing it to this situation because I don't know, but can be ego, where you're like, you're not getting away from me.
Exactly.
And as soon as you lock into that mentality, then you're losing focus of the greater good.
No question. 800-771-1025 is the number. Drew Garabo Live, hello, how can I help you?
Hey, I don't think the police have any responsibility or blame at all. The guy who was being pursued in the Camry, as soon as those lights came on, he should have done the right thing and pulled over and dealt with the situation then.
Duh.
Duh.
Of course, that's obvious, but I think it's still okay to look at the pit maneuver that was attempted 2 blocks from a very congested area and in retrospect go, that might not have been the best move.
And I want to highlight that here in the state of Florida, I think the legislature, from a bigger picture, and the governor, they're doing some of the right stuff by putting in legislation. If you go over 100 miles an hour, it's considered a felony. So that girl you were talking about earlier, who on US 19 was going 107 miles an hour to get to Little Caesars before they closed, that's a felony, girl, going 107 miles an hour. It doesn't matter if you're going to Little Caesars or Domino's.
Let me ask you this. Do you think most street racers are going to be deterred by legislation? Because I don't. I don't hear your answer because I hung up on you like an idiot. I'm very sorry. That was my fault. 800-771-1025. I asked you a question and hung up on you. Interestingly enough, court records show that this scumbag Silas Sampson received a citation for speeding in Hillsborough County less than 2 months ago. The complaint says he was going 99 miles per hour on I-75 where the speed limit is 70. That number 99 stands out to me. To me, and I heard Senning say that someone called him and made the same observation, so I don't feel bad about making this observation. To me, I would take a very close look at that traffic stop. Was it a cop who cut him a break? In other words, was he going 114 and the officer had sympathy for that young man and said, geez, if I write you up for over 100 miles per hour, I got to arrest you and impound your vehicle. So I'm going to write you up for 99. This is mere conjecture on my part, perhaps irresponsible conjecture, but conjecture nonetheless. They might have said, I don't want to take this guy to jail. I don't want to write him up. I don't want the paperwork here. I'm just going to give him a ticket for 99 as opposed to 100. Because if they had written him for 101, super speeding, confiscate the car.
Yeah.
And instead right, exactly. And instead of seeing that as kind of a blessing from the universe, from God, or whatever,